So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors.
I just noticed the room's changing.
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
I've seen the
He
baby.
called it the Stanley Parable.
I haven't seen the Lions one yet.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Press Q to be at work in the morning. If I don't push it, nothing happens. So I kind of have to push it, don't I? It's clear nothing's going to happen.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
No,
I tell him in a
I
way
tried.
that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press 1 to question nothing. You should always question everything. I don't want to push 1. Let me question everything. They're not listening to me. Okay.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley
What?
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Die? What the? Really? I didn't push any button.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic. Perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Still the red door to follow that way.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
No, there's not.
What? Really?
You're lying
And
to
in the
me,
middle of something, do you have zero
narrator.
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Should I go through the blue door, then the red door? Nah. Probably most
Thank
likely
God
just do
you
this.
are willing to listen to
Do
me.
the same thing.
Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Which door should I go in? I'll go this one. I have a feeling it'll probably do the same thing no matter which one you go through.
What are we looking for?
I don't know.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
These lights aren't the best though.
No, wait. Where are you going?
It looks better underneath.
Right. Where were we?
Yeah, where were we? You're saying nothing. Okay, let's try again.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I think I have to go back there. Or you will stop talking. Does this colour scheme in the background change each time I go back in and out?
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Am I?
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Maybe. If things keep happening. These colours are horrible though.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Surely there has to be a door up there. Why do I have to jump? Why do you think I'll die? Is there something through the door you don't want? Not saying anything this time? Colours haven't changed out there either. They're pretty terrible colours.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Okay. There is a door, but I can't go through it. Is there going to be more dialogue to go back out? It has changed. But no more dialogue. This is a bit dark. They're making me have to jump.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived.
I did.
You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Will you have more dialogue for me?
There.
There we
See?
go.
This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Nothing happens if I stop moving though.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Okay. But I don't want to be stuck here.
No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
What were you before? You're not really making me want to go back. We'll go back to that room.
Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Well, if you keep talking when I'm in the other room, then maybe I would stay in there. But that monotone sound and these moving colours aren't gonna do anything for me. Well, he doesn't even talk to me at all now. That's a long way down. I guess I gotta do it though. Ouch.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes.
Okay.
You can.
Or can I?
Don't you finally see what I'm talking about? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
I don't dislike the game.
Yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No. I just don't really like this room in the game.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
No. There's nothing in this place to keep me happy.
No, perhaps not.
Exactly. And that's all the dialogue again.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh, we get along.
It looks like you actually want to stay alive. Or are you
Oh.
just teasing me?
I skipped some dialogue again. Have I heard all the dialogue? Let's go back to the other room and see if he has anything else to say.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
It's possible, just not in this room. Looks like we're jumping again. No more dialogue again. If you just let me go through that door, I wouldn't need to jump.
Is it over?
I think
Going to
looks like it might
restart,
be.
isn't it? I'm going back.
Looks like it.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Like, was that all the options on that side of the... or through the right door? I think so.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess we'll start going through this door.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, it's a broom closet. Ooh, I can go in now.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nope, closing the door.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
It doesn't look empty to me. I want these tools. Some duct tape.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
If you allowed me to interact with things, there'd be plenty for me to interact with.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
I am.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I want to climb these shelves. I want to see what's on the top shelf.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Well, I
never
had
would have
to...
thought to mention it.
It was mentioned in the other room for someone being locked in here. I thought I might come in and see if they
This
were.
is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Why?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
That escalated quickly.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Besides the fact I'm still moving around.
Explored it a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term
Pity for
sustainability
you.
of your
I'm
species.
wearing headphones.
Please
No one else can
remove
hear
their
you.
corpse from the area and instruct another human
Around
to
here
take
anyway.
their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Do I want to step out and listen to him?
Second.
Nope.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus?
Nope.
You can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
There's nothing around here to take the controls. Looks like that's it. No more dialogue. Ooh, let's go down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
How'd that car get there?
Possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
We're going in a
why
loop.
couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they
Yep.
simply repeating? No,
Looks like
Stanley
it.
said to
But
himself,
where's the
"This is
stairs
all
go?
too
Stairs
strange. This
go?
can't be real." And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream."
Makes sense.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying. and began to gently float above the ground.
Well,
Then
I'm
imagined
floating up
himself soaring through space
and down
on
again.
a magical star.
Hey Ben, how you doing?
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
XD.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Well, thanks for the prime sub.
On his back.
Didn't you use your
fresh
prime
air
sub
of the
here
world outside
last
this one.
week?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
No
Let
idea
me go
what's
back
happening.
to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Because in my stream manager, it showed prime sub was used that day, but I only showed up a couple days late.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Well, everything went red first. Yeah, it was strange.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, different person.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and I got... I'm sure it was the last Tuesday. My subscriptions in my channel analytics is showing me I got a prime sub on Tuesday last week. I'm sure that was yours. Well, it looks like
All his
everything's
co-workers were gone.
back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep, I've been through all this before, so quickly running through it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.